Right now, live at 5, the Duluth School District is mandating masks once again, and other districts could be following suit. And in Washington, President Biden is expected to sign an executive order that pushes more electric vehicles in the U.S. And later,
families could see a lack of Christmas trees this year. What to expect?
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Duluth Public Schools announced today that masks will be returning to all of their buildings this Monday, August 9th. That announcement follows guidance from the CDC and the Minnesota Departments of Health and Education, all encouraging face coverings as COVID cases continue to rise. This policy applies to all students, district staff, and the public, regardless of vaccination status. As of right now, Duluth Public Schools have not announced if masks will be required for the upcoming school year. That decision will be made at the August 24th school board meeting. We reached out to several other Northland schools to see if they have come to a mask decision for the fall. Many of them said they will make that call later this month or plan on leaving the decision up to families. The Duluth School Board Policy Committee is meeting in a few hours following today's mask announcement. We'll bring you the latest from that meeting tonight on the CBS3 News at 10. A handful of U.S. states, including Louisiana, Texas, and Missouri, are reporting shortages of ICU beds as the Delta variant continues to quickly spread. The Biden administration announced plans to increase vaccinations as students return to classrooms this fall. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry reports on the efforts from the White House.
The Biden administration laid out efforts to increase vaccinations among students, including pop-up clinics at schools, sending pediatricians to schools on parent-teacher nights, and incorporating vaccines and physicals required for student athletes.
We're committed to doing everything we can to ensure we get kids back into the classroom safely.
The initiatives come as coronavirus cases spike across the country.
These cases are concentrated in communities with low vaccination rates. In fact, over the past 7 days, Florida and Texas have accounted for about 1/3 of new cases and more than 1/3 of new hospitalizations nationwide.
The CDC reports 83% of U.S. counties have substantial or high transmission of COVID-19. An urgent care facility in Slidell, Louisiana, is turning away patients. Most have COVID.
Over the last few weeks, I mean, it's gone back to where we're pulling the board at 11, 12 o'clock because we are capped out.
A White House briefing also touched on booster shots for those who are immunocompromised.
We'll make that be implemented as quickly as possible because for us and for the individuals involved, it is a very high priority.
The administration is also exploring requiring most foreign travelers that enter the country to prove they're fully vaccinated.
That's not a decision at this point. That's one of the paths that's being looked at.
CBS News has confirmed Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin plans to seek authorization as early as this week for mandatory COVID vaccinations for all active duty troops. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The Delta variant has also caused increased infections in children. As of yesterday, 135 kids were hospitalized with COVID in Florida, the highest number ever in the state. And on the vaccine front, Moderna is looking for full government approval for its COVID-19 vaccine. Moderna's vaccine shows 93% efficacy up to 6 months after the second dose. The company is planning to submit its application to the FDA this month. And right now, the vaccine has emergency use authorization. Moderna is also considering applying for approval to administer a third booster dose of the COVID vaccine, upping people's protection against the virus. After announcing it would require all employees get the COVID vaccine, there was a big question facing St. Luke's Hospital. With 78% of their staff currently vaccinated, what happens if the remaining 22% don't get the shot? CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spoke with a representative from the hospital today. Quinn, what are their next steps?
Well, the hospital says it wants to do everything it can to avoid losing those employees, and there's a few steps they're planning to take to avoid that. Marla Halverson, Director of Human Resources for St. Luke's, says they want to respect employees that might have religious or medical exemptions. For others, they're hoping to provide clarity about some of the common myths about the vaccine. Any employee that still refuses to either get the vaccine or file an exemption will fail to meet the qualifications of employment, and the hospital will recognize it as a voluntary resignation. They're already facing some pushback regarding the legality of requiring vaccines, but according to Halverson, their decision shouldn't come with any legal ramifications.
We already do mandate vaccine for employees. We just haven't mandated this particular vaccine. Influenza has been mandated in healthcare facilities for a long time. We mandated it starting last year because of the confluence of COVID and influenza.
Halverson says the hospital isn't expecting any major changes to staffing come September 1st. They expect to be able to come to a compromise with the majority of their employees, and their goal is to not lose any staff. Essentia is also requiring employees to get the shot, but they turned down a request for comment about their next steps.
All right, thank you, Quinn. In Wisconsin, the state fair is back this year, but with a few COVID-19 safety changes. The event was canceled last year because of the pandemic. Hours of the fair are trimmed, giving staff more time to clean and sanitize overnight. It opens at 11 a.m. and closes at 11 p.m. The fair begins today and runs through the 15th. It's held in West Allis, a suburb of Milwaukee. Here's a live look near Virginia, Minnesota tonight, as today's updated drought monitor shows large portions of the Northland are in extreme drought conditions. St. Louis, Lake, Cook, and Aiken counties are all seeing those extreme dry conditions. That's the bright red color on this map. Statewide, in just 1 week, the percentage of areas in extreme drought jumped from 22% to 35%. The National Weather Service says the small amount of rain we saw recently did little to improve conditions. Well, Dave is here for a first check of the weather. Dave, are we going to see any more of that rain headed our way?
Yeah, there's a chance over the next several days for a little more rain, and some towns did get about a quarter inch this morning. Another round could be possible tonight. But on the unfortunate side, we're already going back towards the air quality alert for much of Minnesota. You can see marked off there in the grays. So we beat it away for a couple of hours, but now it's creeping back in. And another alert to talk about tonight is in the arrowhead of Minnesota. You can see the northern parts of Lake and Cook counties marked in red, and that goes through the northern part of St. Louis County as well. That's where storms are possible tonight. We all get a 70% chance for rain, but embedded in that chance is a chance for stronger storms. Not quite severe, but strong for the boundary waters. So campers be on alert tonight. Taking a look at the current Doppler satellite map here. The first of two lows we've been talking about came through this morning. That's where the morning rain shot came from. And now the second one is starting to cut a cold front through the northern parts of Minnesota. And that's what's expected to stir up that storm chance tonight. Tomorrow we do get a bit of a break, though. So tonight, upwards of a 70% chance for rain with embedded thunderstorms. Then tomorrow, Friday, 75 and partly sunny as we prepare for a third low to come to call for Saturday and Sunday. I'll talk about what that one could do in more detail in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, my hometown of Chisholm is celebrating a legend with local ties this weekend. Details on the Dock Moonlight Graham Festival as we head around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki. And weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3. CBS3 News is brought to you by Ralph Eye Care Specialists.
We pick up the phone because it's ringing. Hello, this is Sam. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
Families could see a lack of Christmas trees this year. What to expect?
We got some rain this morning. A little more is on tap for tonight. How about through the weekend? We'll eye that up with the 7-day.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
Kristen Vaki is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home to.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling at the Menorca mining, family heritage, and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Vaki on Live, Local, CBS3.
Go to the ends of the earth.
Very pleasant place to be.
I couldn't ask for anything more.
And reach for the stars.
Where's the Oscar? Oh, this is great.
Do you still love it?
I do. But wait,
there's more. Experience thought-provoking.
It was literally like Groundhog Day.
I do know what makes a good movie.
Innovative.
It's hard not to overflow.
And truly original reporting. Because there's always something new under the sun on CBS Sunday morning.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain tonight, as some rainy weather may be in store for the next few days, which really wouldn't be a bad thing. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. North Shore Adventure Park is celebrating a big birthday this weekend, and it's all about downtown in Ashland. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start off tonight in Chisholm, Minnesota with Doc Moonlight Graham Festival. This celebration is in honor of Archibald Wright Graham, the one-game Major League Baseball player best known for being the subject of the movie Field of Dreams. Guests will celebrate the Chisholm legend with a packed weekend of countless events, such as a beer tasting, multiple live music performances, a car show, a pie social, a parade downtown, and much more. For more information on Doc Moonlight Graham Days, you can head to our website. And next we head to Silver Bay, Minnesota for a special birthday celebration. The North Shore Adventure Park will celebrate their founder Phil Huston's 70th birthday on Saturday. The park will feature a week of specials the past few days leading up to this weekend, encouraging older adults to stay active, including discounts on Adventure Park gear and free climbing for anybody older than Phil. Despite beating cancer and having multiple rebuilt joints, Phil continues to lead a very active lifestyle and encourages others his age to do the same. And we wrap up in Ashland tonight, where they are celebrating their downtown this Saturday. The Ashland Main Street program is hosting Downtown Days from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The day will feature live music, food vendors, and of course, sidewalk sale deals. The party will stretch from 6th Avenue West to Ellis Avenue. The music at Otis Park will run from noon to 5, and we'll have a link for all the details on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, how the drought may impact your fall and even Christmas holiday traditions.
This morning, the rain chance paid off for at least a few towns. Duluth, for example, at the airport, got about 1/3 of an inch, and another quarter could come overnight tonight for a lot of places as well. And that won't be the only rain chance this weekend, though Friday may take a break. We'll talk about the precip timeline coming up after our break.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.9% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here with a new message about your Medicare benefits. You may be entitled to transportation, meals, and expanded coverage for dental work that includes extractions, fillings, and dentures, all at no additional cost. Plus, depending on your zip code, you may be entitled to the Medicare benefit that adds money to your Social Security check every single month. Call and get everything you deserve. Call now. It's free.
I'm on a fixed income, so I called to get money added to my Social Security check. They helped me so much.
I called to save money on co-pays, get prescriptions, transportation, and my dental work covered. I couldn't believe I was spending money I don't have to spend.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and you can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-916-5591. That's 1-800-916-5591 now.
Get your new John Deere mower from Duluth Lawn & Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast. Weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, this morning's rain welcome for a lot of towns, and it did pay off, especially in northern Minnesota. Much of the rest of the region didn't get anything yet. Still a chance tonight. So eyeing up rain total since midnight, about 1/10 of an inch towards International Falls, a little more than 1/4 for Hibbing, getting close to 4/10 in Two Harbors, and just a little notch more than 1/3 here in the Twin Ports, though not too much down towards Moose Lake. Folks in Wisconsin and the UP, again, overnight tonight, you've got a chance for some rain coming your way. And let's hope you get it, too, because, again, the drought monitor is monitoring some awfully dry conditions. We'll talk more about those precip chances after this look at the current conditions that are coming from Duluth International Airport. 79 degrees the current temp, 66 the relative humidity in percents there, and it does feel a bit muggy out there, even though the temperatures really aren't that warm. It's a wet heat, I guess. Wind, westerly, southwesterly, south-southwest. There we go, 15 miles per hour, 29.79 inches of mercury, our barometric pressure. That first low pressure system that went through this morning is backed up by the second one we've been talking about, and that's going to be followed by a third. So that's why we're talking about rain chances lasting through the weekend. Current temps down a bit in the Upper Peninsula, 67 to 69 there. And in Wisconsin, cooler inland, 69 Hayward, but warmer by the lake again, Superior at 78 degrees. In Minnesota, it's a little warmer to the south, 81 for Moose Lake, for example, and a little bit cooler up north, only 68 for Orr, and it all depends on where the clouds are as our low-pressure system tracks by. So here we go into the Doppler map right now, and we do have that second low center just north of the border, and it's starting to wrap around and drive a cold front through our area, and we're starting to see showers and storms firing up the border area and running along the border as we go on through the overnight. Everyone gets a 70% chance for showers tonight and some isolated thunderstorms as well, but the best chance for them to get strong will be indeed for the Boundary Waters, perhaps even Voyageurs National Park. So folks up north, if you're camping, you have to be ready to seek shelter. There's that first low right there. Here comes the second one for tonight, backed up by a third one that'll be with us for the weekend, though I think on Friday we're going to have a partly sunny sky and it'll be a little bit easier going. The third one will be here by Saturday, and on Sunday some of our charts indicate this one could be a soaker. If we get about 1/10 to 1/4 inch tonight, we'll be doing all right, but some charts indicate towards a 1/2 inch here on Sunday from this third low pressure system. And again, since it's needed, hopefully we can get it and put it to use, put down that fire danger again. All right, tonight, and hopefully put down that air quality alert that just keeps plaguing us. Tonight, 70% chance for showers and storms in Minnesota. The range of low temps will go from about 54 to 60 degrees. Wisconsin, Michigan, your precip chance is 60%. Your low temp will go 60 to 62. Then for tomorrow, Wisconsin and the UP, partly sunny sky as we're in between lows. Highs 77 to 80. Minnesota highs about 75 to 80 and slightly cooler by the lake. Partial sunshine on Friday gives way to a mostly cloudy sky for the weekend, with 40 to 60% chances for showers and thunderstorms. And again, the best chance will be on Sunday, and it could add up, and then wind down to just a few spotty showers on Monday. Monday will perk up temperature-wise. Kristen, we're going back up towards 85 degrees after a weekend in the 70s. And then for the rest of the week, low 80s, upper 70s, probably where the temps will go.
And, you know, before we know it, we'll be nearing September. That just seems to be how time goes these days.
Yeah, I think for thousands of years it's worked that way. Fall comes and the temperatures go down. Imagine that.
My parents always warned me, as you get older, time is going to go faster, so be ready for that.
That part is true.
They were right. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you, Dave. Well, it is hot and dry across the Northland, and many farmers are struggling to get their crops to grow. That includes Christmas trees. CBS 3's Abigail Smith explains the impact that could have for years to come.
Even in August, farmers are looking ahead to the holiday season. They're worried about their Christmas trees struggling to grow. All of St. Louis County is facing drought conditions, from moderate to extreme. Many farmers are having a tough time, including Farmer Doug's tree farm in Duluth. They had to cut down more than half of their trees already due to lack of rain stunting seedling growth. Farm owner Doug Hoffbauer says frost froze new growth on trees, and the drought meant seedlings couldn't establish roots, leaving the future harvest in doubt.
The balsam is our main tree, and they're like a 7-year rotation. So by losing this year's and last year's, that is going to leave us that window or that hole in harvest 5 or 6 years from now. That's my concern going forward.
Doug hopes to get more rain as soon as possible to help new seedlings take root. The trees for this year have already grown, but all eyes are going to be on them in the next 5 years as they attempt to recover from the dramatic frost and drought seasons.
Thanks, Abigail. Well, Minnesota's governor heard backlash from state farmers and ranchers seeking drought relief funds. During Farm Fest yesterday, Governor Tim Walz got an earful from people deeply impacted by worsening drought conditions. Farmers across the state are struggling to grow crops and keep their livestock fed. Today, Walz and top state lawmakers say they will support an emergency financial relief package for farmers in the most impacted areas of the state. The governor says they'll introduce the package during a special session next month. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing. This is Maggie. She is an 8-month-old Lab Shepherd Husky mix. Our friends at the shelter tell us she's still in her mischievous puppy phase, but after running and playing outside, she's pretty mellow and easygoing inside the house. She loves to run and is not the biggest fan of toys, so you won't have to worry about buying any of those. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Maggie, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, it's electric, or so the Biden administration is pushing for that. More on the president's executive order that could change the car industry after the break.
Get something for nothing at Home Seasonal Concepts. When you spend $4.99, get 3-year special financing and pay nothing down, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on select outdoor furnishings. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, call DBS. Leaning or bowing basement walls, call DBS. Sticking windows or doors, call DBS. Settling or sinking foundation, that's right, call DBS. It's a fact, foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call DBS. Call DBS today.
When you watch CBS3, you get up-to-date team coverage. Online, on your phone, and on the air.
6 o'clock this evening as we enter the overnight hours.
Right down to your neighborhood. For local weather coverage you can trust, tune to CBS3.
Go to the ends of the earth.
Very pleasant place to be.
I couldn't ask for anything more.
And reach for the stars.
Where's the Oscar? Oh, this is great.
Do you still love it?
I do. But wait,
There's more.
Experience thought-provoking.
It was literally like Groundhog Day.
I do know what makes a good movie.
Innovative.
It's hard not to overflow.
And truly original reporting. Because there's always something new under the sun on CBS Sunday morning.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it, being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Now at Homeworld Rugs, thousands of area rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off already discounted prices, plus 3-year special financing. Hundreds of rugs from $77, room-size rugs from $147. The area rug clearance at Homeworld Rugs.
The White House wants to give the electric car industry a boost. The administration is setting new goals for EV sales and setting stricter fuel efficiency standards. CBS News correspondent Ben Tracy reports.
President Biden took a quick spin in an electric Jeep outside the White House as part of his push to speed up the production of e-powered vehicles.
We have a playbook and it's going to work. Today, I'm announcing steps we're taking to set a new pace for electric vehicles.
The president signed an executive order that says half of all new vehicles sold in the U.S. should be electric by 2030. Right now, EVs make up just 2% of new car sales. The auto industry says it aspires to reach 40 to 50% EV sales, but that is not binding.
When the automakers talk about their EV sales, they frame it as aspirations, as goals. Do you believe they're going to do what they say they may do?
You know, we hope that they will, and we will hold them accountable. We know that this is where the technology is headed.
EPA Administrator Michael Regan is also releasing stricter new efficiency standards for cars and trucks, claiming it will save American drivers as much as $250 billion in fuel by 2050 and prevent 2.2 billion tons of carbon pollution. Some environmental groups wanted the administration to be bolder. The new regulations are essentially a return to the Obama administration standards undone by President Trump.
I'm disappointed that the president who says global warming is an existential threat isn't putting out a rule that is up to the challenge of that threat.
But the White House believes the changes will accelerate the move to green energy. Ben Tracy, CBS News, Washington.
According to the EPA, transportation is the single largest source of planet-warming greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S.
Here's what we're working on tonight. Firefighters pushed to the brink, battling one of the largest wildfires in California's history. The dramatic images of an historic gold rush town burned beyond recognition. Plus, President Biden's ambitious new plan to get more drivers into green vehicles. What the new rules might mean for your next car purchase. And how a soon-to-be sixth grader from Texas is sharing his love of reading with countless families in need. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
At Ralph Eye Care Specialists, we help your family see well. We check your child's need for glasses, and we screen for problems which are best treated early in life. We test your parents for diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma. These often have no early symptoms, so regular eye exams are important. And we care for you, providing routine and emergency care for your lifetime. Call now to schedule an appointment at Ralph Eye Care Specialists.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
How a North
Northwestern Wisconsin family is using their sunflower farm as a way to collect toy donations for a Duluth hospital, all in honor of their son.
He has had, I don't even know how many days in hospital, but most of his life. And every time he's come out with a smile on his face. He is a fighter.
Feel Good Farming, Tuesday at 10.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday Eve. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we heard from Duluth Public Schools as they announced today that masks will be returning to all of their buildings come Monday. The Duluth School Board Policy Committee is meeting this evening, and we will bring you more on their decision tonight at 10. And coming up at 6, after not being able to conduct hands-on fire training exercises since 2019, the Duluth Fire Department now has the opportunity at an old hotel for the rest of the month. We'll catch up with the department on what this opportunity means to them tonight. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.